and this is a tragedy.
That is, to a degree, I would say, deductible from whatever has happened so far. But if you really look at it too, you realize that the war itself has helped us to identify certain countries Iran respects a lot. Let's not forget there were several mediators that came on board trying to mediate, and they were all sent back until China stepped in. Let's not negate the influence of China and why Iran is going to the table to have this negotiation. With the threat of nuclear, it wasn't explicitly made or stated, and Trump himself said we are not going to use nuclear. Yes, in one of his press briefings or whatever, he actually said we are not going to use nuclear. What he said was we are going to bomb all of your energy facilities and power structure. That is what he said, and that is not that much of a threat in itself. If the people are ready for war,
Do you understand anything about how modern civilizations depend on power and water infrastructure? It's not. You don't think that is a tremendous threat. Destroying power generation facilities and water is a tremendous. You know who suffers? You know who dies? Jesus Christ. That is a tremendous threat. And not only did he say he was going to destroy civilian infrastructure, which is a war crime, an absolute war crime with no other intended purpose other than to hurt the civilian population, terrorism. But he said he was going to end their civilization if they didn't do what he said after he initiated the war of aggression against them.
I think you've been following this war, but you haven't really followed it. This is not the first time strikes on their energy facilities or power facilities has been carried out. And Iran actually gave, and this is the red line Iran said. Let's actually get back to the red line. So you understand why all of their neighboring countries had to go behind Pakistan to actually broker this ceasefire. This is not the first time. In the second week of the war, this same event you are seeing now happened. This is what happened. Iran threatened that if any of their power structure or of their oil facilities are threatened, he will bomb each and every oil facility in the Middle East and then break up all or actually destroy the petrodollar system. I mean, the whole world will be lacking in oil. This is a great threat to the whole world economy and not just Iran itself. That threat alone made these Middle Eastern countries move in to seek to broker for a deal. That is where Oman and even Qatar had to go on good terms with Iran. And that is when Qatar and Oman even went on the side of Iran or held a diplomatic discussion and an agreement with Iran, which is there. So this is not the first time that's happened. And that demand for Iran's retaliation or that demand against Iran's retaliation was not something that Donald Trump's threat individually carried out. It was also the demand of the neighboring countries actually petitioning Pakistan to actually mediate. Let's not forget the same thing happened when Turkey wanted to mediate. That red line shouldn't be carried out by Iran. So there are several factors that went into this decision, and as you rightly said, the capacity to hit. Let's not forget Iran only depends 3% on desalination. Israel depends 75% to 85% on desalination. So even 90% in some cases. So if there's anyone more vulnerable to water and will be affected and their society will be broken up within a day or two, it is rather Israel, not Iran. Iran only depends 3% on desalination systems. Some of the countries in the Middle East, some of them are even 100%. A place like Bahrain or is it Bahrain or Kuwait? So the retaliatory red line is where the demand for a ceasefire by these countries to broker that ceasefire was carried out, not Donald Trump's threats. As I rightly said, nobody goes into war without expecting these things happening. And also with the hyperbolism around boots on the ground, this is nothing. People are in the war, and it's boots on the ground that is going to actually deter them. They know who goes to war not knowing that we are going to have a boots on ground. Even boots on ground will rather help the interests advance the interests of Iran more in this war than it will even do for America and Israel. Boots on ground will rather advance the interest of Iran more because now America is deeply entrenched in this war, and any form of attrition will affect the world economy. will affect American economy and by extension affect the world economy. So the threat of putting boots on ground is in itself, even by a large extension, the disadvantage of America's own economy, which Iran knows. That's why they said bring them. So strategically, let's not make it look like the threat itself made Iran shook and then came on the table. No, because Iran can also equally retaliate against Israel and all of its allies in the Middle East, which they've already proven and have the capacity to do so. So the threat is not what actually took them to the table. The interference and intervention of China brought them in. And Kalibaf actually said that. And Arakchi actually said that. Syed Mohammed Marandi actually made that on his Facebook post, which I follow him. So yes, there are several factors in there we can't negate. Because let's not forget, 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump was actually consulting each and every country they can find. Let's not forget, he first consulted Italy in the first 48 hours. They declined. Then he consulted other European powers to intervene. Iran declined. Then he went to the Middle Eastern countries. They all declined. Even Qatar at one point was called on. And they also declined that they can't actually play the mediatory role. So the same thing has happened. Even Pakistan, this is the second time Pakistan is attempting to actually mediate. That is after going to China, meeting the foreign minister of China, and then coming back with certain bulletin points they can now propose to Iran and have this. So there have been several things going before this very thing we are actually saying, and not just the threat of Donald Trump. These are what? How many threats has Donald Trump issued and haven't been able to carry out? So Donald Trump's threats are not something to even hold water with because he has failed to hold some of the things he actually said, and he's not somebody to even to hold his threats I'll say to value, because so many things he said he himself have called it off, and he behaves like he never said them. And threatening to use nuclear, it doesn't mean that you are going to use it. We are in a modern war, and nuclear will be the end of American society yourself, and I don't think you yourself are ready for that. I don't think you want to have that. You want to even nuclear bombs dropping on your own country or Israel. Nuclear deterrence is not the issue over here. At least you can actually learn about Kiyama, which is also a weapon that Iranians have. That Iran has a weapon that has equal capacity to effect the level of WMDs without necessarily carrying a nuclear effect within itself. You can check on that. So that is not the issue over here. Thank you.
Yeah, you said a lot. I'm not sure what the gist of what you're arguing is, but I can tell that you want to interpret the world's events in favor of Iran. And I've got bad news for you. Iran ceded the initiative by agreeing to this ceasefire. It failed to recognize that the United States does not act in good faith, will not act in good faith, and will not stop until Iran has no sovereignty left.
But the Diogenes did
I think this one everybody knows that America is never going to relent until they get to what they want. At least at this point, Iran knows better than us. They are involved in the war, and then at least they are the one taking the fire. So if anything, if you have realized, then we can't negate the fact that Iran knows better than us over here involved in this war. Anyways, Iran is actually today holding the 40 days death commemoration of Ayatollah Khamenei. Can it also be a reason why Iran actually accepted to the ceasefire so that they can peacefully hold the 40 days ceremony for their leader? Who knows? Maybe after that, why did they call for it? Maybe that will be a factor too. But they're holding the 40 days ceremony and they need that environment to hold it. Who knows? That's why they accepted for this to be carried out. Maybe that also be a factor. We can't actually brush it off.
The reality on the ground. Go ahead, Sig.
Goddamn, what the fuck am I gonna say? I totally forgot my fucking point. Go ahead. I was gonna respond to something MSD said. Oh no, I was asking you. But did Iran really agree to this? All we got was one side.
Right.
Which was our side saying that they agreed in Pakistan, but and then too, did you see that post that that's gone viral where Pakistan accidentally posted and it's like PM, like the PM part or whatever, and then they took it down real quick and got rid of that part. So it's looking like this is something the United States drafted up that Iran really didn't fucking agree to, and it really wasn't. Go ahead.
That's what I think. missed Pistra need to understand is that there are people in Iran who did agree to this, who did understand what was happening. Just like Venezuela is being encouraged to believe that Delcy Rodriguez defends Maduro, Delcy Rodriguez sold him out. Delcy Rodriguez and the top generals agree that rather than risking their lives, they would just become extremely fucking rich and sell out their country and do whatever the United States says. But they can't admit that because then the people would eat them alive. The people don't want their sovereignty to be sold out to U.S. interests. So the United States was never going to agree to those 10 points. But they agreed on a theatrical performance. And they said, look, you Iranians will be able to argue that you were betrayed, that you didn't actually ever agree to the 15-point plan, that these 10 points are non-negotiable, etc. And then you can lie to your population, and we will lie to our population. At the end of the day, though, if you don't want us to nuke you, if you want your money, if you then you're gonna. What's actually we have to look at the truth is, Iran had the initiative. Iran had the justification. Iran was in the superior moral and military position. And all of that changes with the ceasefire, and it cannot be gotten back. Now mourning does begin. Now, instead, when someone punches you in the face, you don't respond by going, what should I do? No, you respond violently. If somebody splits you up and then you reinitiate the aggression, you're seen as the bad guy. There's just no world in which this ceasefire serves the real, authentic interests of the Iranian people as a foreign sovereign entity, wholly insulated from Western influence.
That's what I'm saying, though. It doesn't seem like there was really a ceasefire on Iran's part.
There is a ceasefire. There is a ceasefire. So eventually,
a couple of GCC countries yesterday. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it.
There's clearly been a ceasefire. So I think what we're failing to recognize, these people are not stupid. They need to put forward the perception of a continuation of hostilities, and there's even the possibility that these hostilities continue because of the Mosaic command structure. But we know that there has been a massive downregulation in the war. Before this alleged ceasefire,
they hit Tel Aviv yesterday. They hit Israel and they hit a couple GCC countries yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they made a bunch of fucking critical hits yesterday.
I'm watching some, the accounts I've been getting legit information from, and I'm pretty sure that any strikes that have happened are irrelevant. They didn't follow through on their threats to strike desalination plants. They didn't follow through on their threats to strike major energy infrastructure. They didn't follow through on their threats to strike the data centers. And I think the data center threat is really what brought the United States to make the civilizational ending threat. As they said, well, if you're going to target these and this is why the deal's changed, because
Tommy too slow.
Whatever military agreed to carry degrees.
You think outside your wall. Do you offer us your protection? I do. And the protection of my uncle.
And most importantly, the leader.
Lend us some comfort. Because coming from some places at once. Is strong and relieved of his loss. Does the Queen intend to raise our new lord?
I gotta correct you, bro. I'm looking right now. They attacked Iraq. Don't attack near Baghdad airport and diplomatic support centers, and then a couple GCC countries. They took out a bunch of oil some pretty critical oil facilities and power stations yesterday, bro. Nah, they hit pretty hard yesterday.
So can you clarify who they are?
Iran.
So not a segment of Iran, their full body.
It's the IRGC, Joby.
We don't, come on.
Hey, I'm new to the room.
I'm looking at your comment in the chat, and you're totally off topic what we're talking about. I don't think you've been following this thing as closely as we have, Joe B. I really don't think so. But go ahead, you can.
No, I just came in. I'm trying to help. There's new people coming in, you know.
Are you familiar with how the IRGC is structured?
Sort of.
Okay, then if sort of, then you need to go do your research and be fully 100% and understand it before you hop in. So
I thought maybe you'd help everybody. I'm not the only one.
just listen. Yeah.
I'm all ears.
All right, so yeah, I'm aware there was a strike on a gas line, an important gas line. I'm aware of a strike on a some other infrastructure. But as a matter of fact, those strikes have tapered off. And like I said, the really important things, the data centers, the desalination plants, those things are not being hit. Those are not being hit right now. That's it. That they're striking targets. They can strike targets wherever they want in the Gulf Coast, but if they don't hit critical, important things to the west, it doesn't matter, and they're not doing that.
I think Diogenes, that's very true. But if you actually analyze this war very well, you've realized that Iran has tried so much and so hard to comply by international law concerning war, try to actually stay off not being reckless in their strikes, as against US and Israel in Iran. So we can say for certain, so far as they retain their capacity to hit them, we can't say they wouldn't hit them. That is not something we can say.
Capacity to hit them is going to evaporate political. It says, "Hey, we won. No reason to keep fighting." The United States puts boots on the ground, and before they can actually strike those targets, they're involved in a war where they're wholly focused on fighting off invading infantry. And the next thing you know, there's been a coup. I mean, this is not good. The United States has already proven beyond any doubt in any reasonable person's mind that they do not care what the fucking international laws of war are. That they started the war by bombing 168 schoolgirls and bragging about how precise and technologically advanced their weapons are the same day they did this. Iran, the people of Iran know this. Responding to your opponent in kind is a necessity. And when you refuse because you want the moral high ground is foolish, because you're worried about what ignorant people will think about whether or not you're right in striking desalination plants or striking data centers is foolish. And this ceasefire weakened and degrade Iran's war-fighting capability.
Where are data centers being hit? I'm just curious.
They're not.
I know. Thank you.
Diogenes, I think that is very true. I also hold the same view. And what I even thought of is this, that US wants to actually create an internal unrest between the citizens, the IRGC, and then the political class. Because the citizens are hungry for retaliation, and he wants to create a scene where the citizens will now, it will create a distrust or a mistrust between the citizens and the leaders, who would then revolt, and then based on that create an internal tension, which is what America has been trying so hard to get. That is why I took my view to, like, these guys are hungry that you should continue fighting, but you came back telling them you stop the fighting, which to me will actually agitate most of the citizens who are already triggered by these turnout of events ever since the first day. So to me, that is what America is trying to incite in the country. Incite the people who are bored up for vengeance against the military and the political class, by trying to create scenes like this, giving the assurance that we are trying to make peace, and then the people boiling up and then fighting back. That is how I saw it to be. But what I also see it to be is that Iran, though fighting the battle, is trying so hard to win the world's approval. I call it the moral war. And if you actually check around, at least with my little assessment, you realize With the moral war, Iran has really gained an upper hand where they are seen as fighting in uprightness.
Well, hold on. Let's not confuse this, okay? Because morality, real, true, honest morality, does extend to causing the death and destruction of every single Gulf Coast country that has made airspace, their property, their rule in the hand of moral. And it's one thing for Iran to state that it recognized that. It's another thing to prosecute it. We know, you and I know, that Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, all of these Gulf Coast countries, Kuwait, they have hit data centers. They have not struck data centers since the announcement of the ceasefire. Sig, you're correct that they've hit data centers. But they threatened to hit the Stargate data center, which is, as you know, so important that Donald Trump announced it on his inauguration day, that the Stargate program is now underway in conjunction with Saudi Arabia. And this is going to be, I think, the heart of the digital control grid. So Iran said that we know that these countries are acting immorally, but it refuses to respond. If you are allowing your government, and this is what I have a moral responsibility to try to prevent people acting in my things. This is why I declare on my behalf to do threatening even worse immoralities and unethical things against the Iranian people. The bottom line, though, is moral to cause the dehydration and death and destruction of those who have raised their hands against you and enabled others to raise their hands against you. All the Gulf Coast countries have equipped and aided and abetted in the illegal and immoral attack on Iran.
Hi, moderators. This is Alistair. If you could put me in your queue, I'd like to say something.
Yeah. So I just posted an article in the chat. It looks like Stargate threats are if the United States, it's based off those the claims of annihilating the country and wiping out their civilization. So that was their backup. So they said if Trump went ahead and started attacking civilian populations, like specifically targeting them based on his threats, then they've already got Stargate in their fucking scopes. So it looks like the threats Diogenes are based on America specifically targeting and attacking civilians based on these last few days of Trump's threats.
Exactly. So it is Iran who rather threatening to retaliate, and also
already retaliate. Look. I agree that I agree with anyone who wants to point out that I don't have the full picture and the total tally of what has been struck and where it has been struck. But there are more and more threats that have gone unanswered. When the university was struck, a major university was struck in Tehran, they said they were going to strike universities in the Gulf Coast countries in Israel, and they have not.
That is very, very true. They have not.
They can look into the official channels, the Iranians' official responses. They have said they've increasingly said they're going to do things that they didn't do, and so the expectation was they've got quite a list of things they need to strike now, and all of a sudden, the United States comes out and goes, "Oh, there's going to be a ceasefire."
Diogenes, I'm also thinking, can it be that?
Hello, hold on, MST. I'd like to be put in the queue. You guys can talk endlessly.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so Diogenes, it's my opinion that Diogenes is actually, in a way, projecting his own dismay onto Trump and the United States government. It's my opinion, philosophically, we are living in a network. And Diogenes is a node in this network, and Sig is a node, and I'm a node, and everybody is a node in this network. But it is a connected network. What you say, what you think matters, and it reverberates, and other people in other parts of the network are thinking and feeling the same things that you're saying. However, when you say you can't negotiate with evil, and you think that the United States is the great Satan in the way that Iran projects that onto us, be very weary of your projections, because your life matters and your actual goodness matters. Too many people claim other people are evil, but fail to see the evil in their own eye. That's what Jesus Christ's entire philosophy is about. Don't stone this woman. Who here is without sin? So my point is, you can play this Clubhouse game in the same way that Donald Trump is playing his video game and writing really hyperbolic things on Truth Social, Instagram, X, in the same way that Diogenes comes on here and has his fun. But I would just remind you that every American is born with 2.5 billion seconds on average on their clock. Everybody's born a billionaire in seconds. And so if this is how you want to spend your time on a beautiful afternoon on a Thursday, well, that's your choice. No one will prevent you or censor you, I have no doubt. But censorship is real. And
Right here with us.
here I am right now. But you're not censoring me. I can go to other platforms and they will censor me. They will kick me. Well, if you want to do that, then you fail to understand what the network is. I am a node and I have
It'll come out more authentic and I'm not saying authentic, but it's more transparent. Because you know what I'm saying, you telling people what worked for me may not work for you, but I'm offering this to you.
Should we clip all that? Nah.
not even American. The 19 won't save you.
Right. Here's the thing, though, too, is that a lot of people, and this is where dumbass America, like this is why they purposely fucking dumbed us down. No Child Left Behind. They fucked over our education system because nobody understands. Like, I've been a fucking retard this whole time, just now digging and researching this shit. Again, we have killed just in the Iraq-Iran war alone. We were responsible, indirectly responsible, and directly too. The chemical weapons that Saddam Hussein used to attack Iran back in the fucking 80s, the money we supplied Iraq, the fucking the weapons and shit, we have indirectly killed 500,000 of their fucking people. We have been, the United States, our tax dollars have been behind that. And a lot of people don't fucking know that. Why the fuck do you think we got rid of fucking Saddam? We used Saddam to do our fucking dirty work and Israel's fucking dirty work. And then we fucking got rid of him, just like all these other fucking leaders. Like, notice all the countries our presidents have been.
The goal is to find someone, give them power to get to destabilize the country, to wreak havoc on the economy, and then before that person can really truly exercise sovereignty over their nation, eliminate them. This is the same thing they did with Muammar Gaddafi. They at first they're like, cool, we will be able to buy this guy, and when he proved he could not be bought, they said, all right, we fucking kill him. Because it's not on the table. Any foreign sovereign interest that isn't dependent on us, that doesn't allow us to expropriate their wealth, that doesn't propagate the continuation of the petrodollar.
Yep, same thing. All the cries, Saddam's typical Assad. That's true, Bitcoin. I know. Fucking lie, bro.
So you guys are more mendacious, cruel, and violent than the people you're even describing. Kick me again. Kick me again.
Americans, that the minute our fucking government tells us, but they're screaming death to America, we latch onto that shit like a baby. I don't know if you went through this shit in Diogenes, but when we had our breach before we went to the fucking sandbox, before we went to Iraq, when I went back in 2007, all our briefs were, they're evil Islamic terrorists. Oh, jihad this, jihad that. They hate Americans. Death to America. Da 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 da. They all fucking hate Americans. This is the fucking shit they pumped in our head before they sent us over there. And then when we went over there and started dealing with those fucking Iraqi nationals and realized how kind and hospitable and loving and how they gave us gifts. They fucking made us food. They fucking. That they wanted to stay like. I definitely want to be in a position. Because we know you. We know you. How are you? Welcome to the stage.
I'm good. I find it amazing how powerful. Well, what I'm saying is the fake news narrative about this defeat, all this fake news is really just demoralization in an effort to empower the Democrats, to weaken Trump's prominence, to weaken Trump's magnificence, to weaken Trump's light. And it won't work. It never works. And Trump is that magic man who always seems to come out on top. And so all these other rooms, in my opinion, they're projection rooms and they're sick. And when they say that that America is the great Satan and they fail to understand what projection is, when Iran chants America is the great Satan, that's Iran saying they are satanic. They are demonic. They are evil and up to no good. That's projection 101. If you don't understand that, or you do understand that, and then you willfully basically commit treason, and you are an American hating, racist, bigot, woman hater, gay hater, everything hater, it's a you problem. I rest my case, and I am complete.
What if you're a masturbator?
Well, then I hope you can articulate and ejaculate.
See, I like this guy, baby. I confess to you. I love him. I think he's amazing. I feel that he's actually helped with the thing with Titania. I thought was really beautiful. It is. It is. And I have that book right here, where I can get it at all times. He's great. He's just sometimes when I'm in the middle of like a mental thing, he fucks me up. How you doing, Serendipity? Are you good? Always. Always. Are you begging for change?
What's amazing is on the Truth Teller on X Spaces, this anti-Semite, racist, America hating, Israel hating dirtbag, he was reading and quoting from Tanya and from Zohar, which to me is the funniest thing because their slander and defamation, they twist the philosophy in the Tanya because it's a spectrum and you can twist anything that's good, but again, it's their wicked interpretation. And that's why I like that book that El Normo has, is because it gives you a very intellectual, professional interpretation of the information, and it's universal. And so that's why I say if we really cared for each other on this app, as opposed to being, political subversives and one-uppers, we would just be reading poetry to each other. This app would just be a poetry reading contest. Hello.
It's still roid raging dips. It's not like anybody could hear it if I were. I'm so angry. Right. And voice to express that anger. Wouldn't you just find anger? Stay on Clubhouse to come tell Serendipity how you really feel. Can't say anything back. Yeah, your voice is still.
Rico in here was talking about Ron Paul and how he was reading from the 9/11 Commission report saying they attacked us because we're in their countries. Now, Ron Paul is a loser. I did until I realized he's just begging for money. And what did he do with all the money?
Didn't you have Issa come visit you and you couldn't get an erection? Because I remember that story. That was actually really funny. Did she point and laugh, or did she just laugh and point? I'm trying to understand exactly what she did. Can you maybe walk us through that? I mean, I don't mean to upset you, Rico. I was just
Rico, they got gas station pills for that.
I hope I'm not raising your blood pressure, Rico. After all, that actually might help your situation.
Doctor, I know you're a gay man, doctor, so I'm not sure you understand Rico's dilemma. He may not have been turned on enough to activate the penis. I've seen the photos. She accepted my Instagram request, and I'm not saying she's not a beautiful woman. I'm just saying maybe there's a threshold or a minimum standard of her. She's beautiful. Who wouldn't want to get rode in Switzerland, though? That's what I don't understand. You know, Rico, sometimes you just do it for the pleasure.
Yeah, I think it was crime. I think we're going to have to send the American military after Rico for him committing the crime of erectile dysfunction. I'm sorry, Rico. This is an American interest.
People always have sour grapes when they can't achieve ejaculate.
I mean, we're just trying to get our hand on the pulse of America, right? So, I mean, it's right.
They better find a pulse on his penis and try.
I do not want to be thinking about anybody's ejaculate in this room, okay?
He zipped his pants and his intimacy was dead on.
No. Here we go. Oh, you guys gotta stop. This is too much. I mean, Rico may be a troll, but
I mean, if he could troll, we could troll too.
So,
I mean, you don't think that the things that Rico says offends people on this stage, and we just let it go? We just let it go. And let it go.
I think it's important to note. Look at your title again: gleeful defeatism. Why deny America's amazing victory? This is what the left and the Democrats do every single day. Is even on Charlie Kirk's assassination day, the day he was assassinated, and politically correct, they were cheering, they were dancing, they were toasting, they were playing music, they were singing songs, they were so happy. So there's something sick. I don't think it's just in the American mind. I think it's like in the human mind, but there's something sick about our behavior, about what gives us joy. And this app really is a very scientific observational study in human behavior and dynamics and relativity and how we treat each other, how we play with each other, how we express ourselves. And from a communication perspective, this app is beautiful and wonderful and incredible. I mean, I just had 6 more accounts get deleted because people hate me so much. That to me blows my mind when all I'm trying to do is liberate you from yourself. Hello?
The same way liberating the people of Iran. What serendipity? You want to go back to it?
Oh, didn't Trump threaten
What are you trying to say? Yeah, what are you trying to ask? Yes, we're liberating the people of Iran. Yes. Say again? Yeah, he's ready to say that because that's the way he bargains. He wasn't going to do it. Get over it, basically. It worked. You want to know what blows your mind? How did it work? It worked. Wait, Yarl. It worked. How? It got a ceasefire. It scared their asses. That's how
long did the ceasefire last, Normal?
So far it's going fine.
No, it's what?
Yeah, it is.
I should have invited you out. There's no such.
Iran are not at war. You was Iran are not together. But yeah, don't make a personal attack. I'll send you stinky ass out if you make a personal attack.
You should seriously be questioning your judgment when you're 100%ing Jarl.
Serendipity. This is where you should really just serendipity, a little piece of advice. We care about you. You know, serendipity, save your voice, serendipity. Don't even do it. Why are you doing this to yourself? You're a masochist. You're a mad woman. Love yourself. Take care of yourself.
Wait, do you want to get exactly serendipity?
Is that like Neon from Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Oh my gosh.
Well, hey, Larry. That's what crack. Hey, Larry. That's how we make the jacket.
Did you put your foot all the way up his ass?
Knock it out, Larry. That's how we roll, Larry.
I thought we were cool de la, Larry.
What is that experience like when you're getting ready to get intimate with somebody and you realize that you can't get an erection. Like, is there laughing? Is there get like? I mean, I personally have never had that problem, but you know, and certainly have never had that problem. And then have somebody go back to the internet to tell everybody on the internet that I had that problem. So you know, I've never been in that position, but I'm just curious, Rico, what exactly were those? You know,
Rico, silence is the best weapon, Rico. Just remember, silence is always the best weapon.
Penis as a weapon.
Well, I recently bought a tape cassette, and I put it in my car, and it was blank. The whole thing was blank. And so I emailed the guy that I bought the tape from on eBay. I said, "Hey, it was all blank." He wrote me back, it's not fucking blank, but it won't play."
That Rico's shooting blanks. We just know, I mean, because again, you have to maintain an erection to be able to ejaculate. So again, we don't know that he's shooting blanks. We know he can't get hard.
I get it, but doctor, there was a sleeve, there was a slip in the cassette player. You don't know what was written on it. Hold on, Kristen. You don't know what was written on the tape.
Because you're women. Rico's only used to hearing from women when
That's what I like about you guys. You guys are such gentlemen. It's such a pleasure to be in the presence of such gentlemen.
So I wonder. I don't know if a few days ago you guys I think we witnessed some interesting advice in the dating realm that Rico gave me. That was in and I find this very interesting because you know, we all know that that he is very that she is very. I have a point. We all know that she's very cerebral, and she's and she could probably have some discourse about litigation and things like that. And I recall I recall Rico mentioning how in the dating scene, maybe the reason why I'm not successful is because I speak litigation, or I was speaking in litigation, whatever. And I wonder if that was the issue, that she just she was visiting, and Rico was speaking from personal experience that what he doesn't find attractive is a woman who can hold her own when it comes to conversation.
So why have her jump on a fucking 15-hour flight after speaking with her for months on end?
Because she can hold her own better than he can hold an erection. That's why, BB.
You're right. You're right. Yo, when you're right, you're right. You're right.
So he was listening before him, basically, Chris, is what you're saying.
BB, you have to understand and listen to the words that I'm saying. It's not that hard.
This is abusive.
It's not that difficult for us.
This is abusive.
To understand this.
You guys are attacking his ejaculate capabilities because he's a racist, white supremacist bigot. Isn't that why you guys are attacking his penis?
Well, we'll just remind you that there are women on the internet that have met up with him and have been pleasantly disappointed, and have come back onto the app to talk about it, about how he can't rise to the occasion. So I mean, it is what it is. When he wants to stop talking about things that offend us, then we'll stop talking about things that offend him.
And the crazy thing is, she came to a room. Hold on. The crazy thing is, she came to a room, and I'm like Captain Save a Jew. She came to a room and doxed the shit out of him, and I have it on recording.
Well, I don't no. Like that.
Rico, the big question is, are you getting a hard-on right now, or are you just flaccid right now? How is this conversation hitting your dick, Rico?
So one of the things is really interesting is you know, I don't like to fight, and I don't like to but I also understand that if somebody is asking a sincere question about me and my machinations, whatever they may be, I'm happy to answer. But when they start attacking me because I have a thinking kind of brain and consider me less attractive because of it, I'll remember for the future.
Yeah, like Pepperidge Farm.
See, the brain is fully automated and it's very flexible, meaning that it can change itself based on any impression or a changing environment. And so that's what we're trying to create with AI is to create an actual sentient, living, type of consciousness that changes based on a changing environment, which is not homicidal, psychotic, angry, or hateful, that it wants to do good. The whole thing about being a gentleman is the act of beneficence, which is doing good, being good. And so even attacking Rico's scrotum, that's not being good. And I just want to say, be a saint, Rico, and you're going to have the best sex of your life. Be a saint. In a word, if you want the best sex of your life, the greatest ejaculate, all you got to do is be a saint. Be good. This is the universe. I am complete.
We attacked his noodle, not his nutsack.
People make this mistake. There's a difference between the scrotum and the shaft, Don. I'm sorry. You've got to be accurate.
We attacked the limp noodle. We did not attack the nutsack. Okay?
I think in her benevolence, she said something. I don't know what she said.
Don, you have to be accurate when you talk.
I'm trying to be accurate, and the word was not benevolent, it was beneficence. You should learn English. It's called beneficence.
See, and you know what the bad part about this? Not only the women hearing this are they laughing at him, but the gay men are looking at him like, oh, he can't get hard. That's a perfect bottom. So that is the perfect bottom. So again, Rico, I just hope that you would be a little bit more careful saying things that bother us because we could just as easily say things to bother you.
I see it's a two-way street. Well, Rico, don't sweat it. I'm sure you're going to have a great summer, a great weekend. If you happen to come into Chicago, come to Chicago. And you want to go to the Windy City Rib Fest in July, I got an extra cowboy hat I can lend you, partner.
It's not a two-way street with Rico Kitover, okay? It's blood only flows one way.
Blood in, blood out?
Station, he'll understand. It's a two-way street.
Shit. Well, Rabboni Shalom, it's almost Shabbos, and I do have to make the most important call of the day. It's not to my psychiatrist, it's to my lawyer. So, anyways, I got to call Danny Dubenstein, and I hope everybody has a great day.
Are you doing Mamuna? Mamuna, yeah. I've never done it, and I've always wanted to. Oh my God, you got to knock on a Moroccan's door and ask for some titty.
You know, BB, I'm a little bit disappointed of what Kitover just said. He mistook his psychiatrist for his attorney. I was really hoping he was still in contact with his psychiatrist.
It would be a boon to all of mankind.
Rabboni Shalom, they want me to take all these pills and go fight in the mountains of Afghanistan, but they said the pills could kill me and make me crook. It'll destroy my liver in extreme temperatures as I'm fighting the Islamic jihadists.
Wait a second. You're talking about drug, Lariat? I did a story about that for 60 minutes. Are you talking about that drug?
Rabboni Shalom, I don't know. Is it in the glossary of my Tanya?
Gas is down a little bit again.
You see? All because he threatened to destroy their civilization. This is why he's El Presidente. With that, yeah. With no cost. But he threatened us. He threatened us. Can you imagine that the president is bargaining to end a war? And they're like, but the words he used, they were so rough. It's
I mean, I get why he did it, but it's calling them crazy bastards and basically saying he's going to bomb everything. You know, it's a little much for a president, but
That's great. Yeah,
It's entertaining.
I concur. It's nonsense. It'll make this look so bad.
It worked.
But the president's not supposed to be entertained.
Right.
He's supposed to defend our interests, and harsh words are okay. You see what we were doing in World War II, the way we were referring to our enemies then? I mean, very.
Yeah, I know, but that was a
Yes.
just a different situation.
Everything is different.
That's
well, maybe we should is the point. I mean, the president calling by the way, they are crazy bastards, which is the weird thing, and how he gets away with it is as outrageous as his comments are. He's also telling the truth. They are crazy bastards. Yeah, I just want to point out. Yesterday, I modded an entirely black room, and today I'm modding a conservative room. So I just want to say that I believe in DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. That includes conservative women and black folks, Jews, and God help us, weird Canadians, and right wingers like Rico and Keegan.
Well, he's not even in here anymore.
He ran away because I was too honest and straightforward with him.
Maybe I should ask him if he wants to meet up. I think he's in my city, isn't he?
What do you want to do? A Kundalini dance to try to arouse?
I don't want to take him away from your entertainment value, though. In this, so if you know,
there's a downside.
you just let me.
Direction, unfortunately.
But what if he has the most beautiful penis in the room and we were in a penis competition? He could win, and you wouldn't even have to get hard.
Would that be a good reality show? After Trump was president, maybe he could have that reality show.
You think flaccid he could still have the most beautiful penis?
What girls like? Do you only like them in one condition, or you like them in all their states?
Well, they're useless in any other condition, aren't they?
Well, no. I mean, they could be admired. Like, we don't admire people. I didn't know.
No, the male one is quite gorgeous, but you have to think of it as like an aesthetics and art form orchestrated by the. Gorgeous.
We're like that.
Even those.
I thought you wanted to do this.
No, even if
Yeah, mine's pretty fucking gorgeous. Yes. Why did it
gorgeous. Did you?
There was a famous Jewish moil in the Medici era who had a pet monkey, and he actually circumcised the pet monkey on behalf of the Medicis.
Oh, I thought you were going to foreskins. I'm going to be upset. We all know that they make the foreskins into a backpack, and that if you rub it, the backpack gets bigger.
Do I need to get Bussy in here to quiet you down?
You need Bussy in here. Why do you need Bussy in here? Whoa! She made Bussy. Why did the room get fucked out of control?
I don't know if anybody has heard, but I've actually been in contact.
Fuck RGC, is that Rich? Busy for this right now, faggot. Oh, yes.
Listen, I don't know if anybody knows this, but every foreskin is saved and put into a depository in Israel. So when genetic cloning comes about in the New World Order and the Greater Israel Expansion Project, and we can clone babies, we're gonna recreate all the Jews through all the foreskins, and all these people who criticize circumcision, they're gonna wish they were cloned and recreated, because without that foreskin, we would never have been able to make this clone army.
I actually was in a room yesterday where people were saying similar things about Americans, and they also said that Americans eat meat, and it was very interesting. It's really interesting.
Look at Rico doing his crazy thing. What's crazier, me here making things up just for fun to try to entertain people, or you espousing hate? listening to hate, getting angry over people on this app, meeting up with a beautiful Guatemalan watermelon farmer and sports advertising industry executive, and not even being able to have a heart on.
I seriously thought about becoming like an artist that just does a lot of like nudes. Nudes seem to be like a booming business in this modern world. Everybody wants to see everybody else nude.
What's all this now?
I need an investor for an art project of basically a business doing nudes exclusively. Because it seems
I
to be
think
like
a short film about a news resort.
really.
Yes, and near Palm Springs.
Oh
We're in Palm Springs.
my goodness.
See, if you wanted to raise money,
Resort to resort.
there's people that live on cruise ships. But listen, if you wanted to raise money with your nudies, the better approach would be is to say, I have pictures of myself butt naked right now I want to sell. They're just $1 a piece. Who wants to buy it right now?
Wouldn't you agree that there's certain action shots people want to see? And for somebody like Rico, I mean, given his situation, I can imagine it's a little bit hard for him to do. So, I mean, it's if you're gonna take nudes, at least be standing at full attention.
No, drawing other people's nudes. They get the pleasure of having a nude that is not just a picture, work of art.
Oh, wow. I'd like to commission you, actually. What's your lowest commission? $300. All right. Well, I would like you to paint a picture of a skinny white guy that works in finance with a flaccid penis surrounded by watermelons.
Driving this picture.
Oh, Rico? We know Rico's not skinny. Rico is Rico got a saucy Santana body. Like I mean, Rico got hips. He got a big old donk. Like I mean, we know what Rico looked like.
I'm drunk? What?
Oh, Honey Badger's here. Great. Let the roast begin. Honey, what did you want to talk about with me yesterday? I'm so sorry I missed your call. Oh, Kevin is here, the ultra fascist, the sickest of them all.
You don't know what words mean. One day, I pray you will learn what words mean.
I understand the power of words, and I watched that disgusting, horrible film, 30 Days in Sodom. Ugh, I puked in my mouth. And look at you going around with that PTR projecting that disgusting movie.
I must have not liked the anti-fascist critique. Also, it's 120 days.
That's too many days of Sodom. Like, I would have been fine with like 50 at the most.
So at the Easter party,
I told him about this movie and he watched it. He brings it up now every time.
because you make horrible recommendations. You almost make you make worse recommendations than McZed. That's pretty difficult to do.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm actually working right now. BB, I just not Rico looking like Patrick Star from SpongeBob. Like this is crazy. Like Rico, that's crazy work. Like Rico, you can't be looking like that and talking shit to people.
Oh, Keegan's here. His little Nazi supremacy room with the Nazi spook. Sig is here. He must have gotten bored. Not enough people to throw out.
Cheers, pussy. I was just looking for you. Norm wanted to talk to you.
Again?
Hey. Well, I was looking to take the test, and it says, "Is the United States damaged from within?" Yes,
mean the poll?
absolutely. No, not at all. Or I'd rather be fucking. And now that's an obvious answer for me. It's just the fact that it's going to be permanently.
Hey, yo, my sweetheart, click on my profile.
Okay.
Click on my profile and look up all of my last hot takes.
I love them so much, BB.
I want it to be like 100 of it. But it just I see it responded.
Kevin, how much
Or require
orgasm positive? There's no orgasm discrimination in orgasm. It's just bad opinions, right?
However, we must warn you, do not get Jacqueline on the sofa.
That's right. Put a towel down on that sofa before you ride on it.
Por favor.
It's just his profile is just I'd rather.
But before you can achieve ejaculate, you must take that flaccid scrotum and make it into an erect scrotum by putting blood in it. And generally, images or videos or touch communication helps arouse that scrotum into an erect phallus. And when you insert the erect phallus into a moist vagina, sometimes a woman failed to go to the bathroom prior to the sexual intercourse, and therefore a fart erupts. A fart is just air passing over a turd.
I can't anymore. John, please. I was waiting, yeah. Right the cliff, but jump off the cliff.
Do you dispute the facts that a fart is just air passing over a turd?
All about innuendo.
Is it just my opinion that a fart is just air passing over a turd?
That's most of the conversation on Clubhouse.
You see, I didn't jump off that cliff. I'm on a paraglider. And, people on this app don't understand the difference between an opinion and a fact. When you say that your opinion is a fact, and I say it's an opinion, well, who's right and who's wrong? It's the same thing with air passing over a turd. That's what a fart is.
We wish you could stop. BB, can I change the poll? Yeah, but whatever. Yeah, no problem. But just add, I'd rather be fucking as one of the answers, so I can. All right, all right. It has to be the same way it's spelled. I'd rather be fucking with the FC. So okay, I'm gonna put with a ceasefire hold. Yeah, exactly. And then I'd rather be FCKING. All right. I want everybody to do it on Clubhouse. To have that, it should be mandatory.
Procreation, which is for most people's motivation for, you know, ordinary.
That's a sick looking fucking piece of machinery there, Steppy. Wow. That's a beast.
Yeah, it's what is it? Hold on. It's right out about what 51,000 pounds. So yeah, it's taken down to the port of Miami, and
What can you haul with that? 60, 70 ton?
so I got the extra.
I seen that. You got the try. So then you have the try on the trailer too, right? Wait.
Yeah, so I can do right about 61 tons legally.
Oh wow, nice. That's good. And what a nice truck! Wow. I used to have one of those, man. Does yours have hardwood flooring in it?
No, I put tile in mine, so like, I mean,
I know.
well, obviously, yeah, I did tiling, but no, it's nice. I bought it 2 years ago. Is a 18-speed Ethan cooler, so I'm not complaining. But hey, dude, this road, I'm getting about, was it $13 to the mile? I got
Is it an 18 double over?
no, it's just an 18-speed. You know, so
Yeah, but you have an over and under if it's an Eaton feeler.
yeah, I have over and out under, and then you have your thumb split. Yeah. So I can split my low top.
No, it's a double over.
Yeah.
I'd rather. Where is this? It's on the ground. What? Oh. Okay. Which comment? I'm gonna get a room where everybody'd rather be fucking, and then I'm gonna put an address and see what shows up.
So you don't care how I spell I'd rather be as long as
I do. That's why I said it. It's got to be I, comma, like apostrophe D.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Fuck. B. I'd rather be B, and then fucking is FCKING.
Exclamation point?
No.
Okay, so everything is straightforward except fucking is FCKING.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah, I'm getting 12 to the mile right now. And I gotta go 816 miles.
Well, it's a serious political discussion, man.
Love it.
We're considering the events of the day in context.
So is the ceasefire technically broken because the Strait of Hormuz is not open?
No, it's just it takes a minute to get these things going. So far, so good. But Hezbollah is not included because they have a date with destiny, and we've got to pound them until they're gone. That will happen.
You gotta pound them really hard. You don't want them coming back.
Canada question for you. What did you guys hear about that fucking warehouse that some douchebag fucking caught on fire? You know, I'm asking BB, not Jarl, because Jarl is just Jarl, but BB's the true Canadian.
No, live updates Iran wars. Strong responses to Israel attacks on Lebanon. I'm just reading that. There is a what in Canada?
There's been major fires. A dome was lit on fire, a sporting event, a giant warehouse. Some asshole went through the warehouse and lit the whole place on fire. Yeah, a Muslim. Isn't that a coincidence?
Canada attacks.
Hey, John, I did not see that coming. A Muslim? Are you sure? Would you please check again? It doesn't seem like it's possible.
Well, I was listening to that on the XN radio, and they said it took like 175 firefighters to put out a warehouse, and like some employee went on social media and basically videoed him lighting it up, saying that because he's not paid enough, you know, that's why.
It wasn't today. Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, not today. Yesterday.
Yeah, I saw the video of him going around to all the bundles and lighting it on fire. What a fucking asshole. A massive fire. This guy destroyed, $30 million, $100 million worth of stuff. This guy needs to be fucking executed, and his family needs to be lifted up and dropped off on the fucking shore of whatever piece of shit country they're from. Canada's got a big problem.
But the United States has created over $100 billion in damage in Iran.
That's a good thing.
Rico's got frustration. He's got conflict in his life. Oh, it's the resurrection.
How you doing, Rafa?
Live maps of the Strait of Hormuz. It is currently restricted. There is only 5 ships that have passed in the last 24 hours. All those ships are either Iranian or allies.
We don't have We talked a lot in documentaries. It's like because Italy, I guess, has rules for making businesses into a cooperative. Employees want to buy when the owner wants to retire. So, real quick, something we don't use that form in the United States. Probably could more because we get into one story and one way of thinking, and that one way of telling our story is the story of endless growth. And it's stupid to think that anything can grow endlessly. And I'd like to give you one statistic, which is that the United States GDP did not grow last quarter. That's very different for us.
Dr. Francine, I find the endless growth interesting, though. As we approach the fusion era, it'll be really interesting. Like, what is growing? What type of growth? What allocation to what? Because I think there is a lot of possibility to endless economic growth. It seems very possible. I imagine it could be achieved simply by UBI as well, which is really quite cool. I think it's interesting approaching an economy of limitless, like we spoke about about a dozen minutes ago or so. Approaching an economy of limitless, we could create an economy of universal thriving. Think about the economic growth from like Pareto growth or Rawlsian growth, where we focus on those.
Help me out because I'm not familiar with Pareto growth or Rawlsian growth. At this point, I've become just a little old lady.
Yeah, and what's the fusion era, and what do you have any citations for this limitless growth? Aren't populations going to decline? Don't we have climate change? What are you talking about?
What is this in it?
It's called philosophy, David. Maybe you should try to read a philosophy book sometime. He's talking about, mysticism, David.
I was addressing Austin, so I'll handle it.
Clip it.
That's interesting. We have an economy, like a standard supply and demand curve. You want to create scarcity, like that's a game, like in economics 101 or 102. Like you see the supply and demand curves, and if you're able to alter the supply curve very significantly, you have an interesting kind of economy where there's scarcity. There's also an incentive to create monopolies. But think about all the economic growth. This may not be infinite, but I think infinite's very possible. Think about all the economic growth that is. All the economic growth that is in a state of potential because we're creating systems of subjugation. We're purposely depriving folks of resources via various strange things that just kind of happen.
I just want, yeah, I'm here, my guy. Thank you. To be honest, Rico, I don't understand why you're saying because the straits closed, the gas price is going up is affecting us because the last time
the global economy.
Hold on, Rico. The last time I checked, America does not buy oil from Iran. It's
America will sell oil to people who are short on it. Like, do you not get this?
Which way does the oil go? And if it goes to other countries as well,
People are so fucking
down. Either they're stupid or they're expert rage baiters.
Rico, is the oil a free market? An open market?
It's an open market, yes.
Okay.
Do you know what the word arbitrage means, BB?
Tell me.
So if there's one country that is short on oil because the Strait of Hormuz is closed,
Yeah.
an American firm that has excess oil will sell it to them. They're not going to sell it to an American for a cheap price. They're going to flip it in the global economy for more money. That's how business works.
Okay. What else? Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3. Jarl, Rabbi, and Rico all think alike. Okay.
They're natural pessimists, these people.
Please, why do you guys defend the enemy?
How are we defending?
We're not.
We're looking at our position. Whatever benefits the place that we live.
You spend too much time trolling. I can't take you serious. Rico, you constantly, and you already admitted that it's because you're looking for truth, but you still haven't answered why you're defending the enemy.
I'm not. I'm defending what I believe to be true.
So you don't believe that the IRGC is a terrorist organization?
I think that's a subjective term. Like I said,
do you believe they fund terror around the world? Hold on. Do you believe they fund terror, the biggest funder of terror around the world?
That's great. That's your opinion.
The British opinion, it's actually a fact, though.
Listen, the British thought it was a fact that the American revolutionaries were terrorists. Okay.
Sorry, I was checking my messages.
It's not necessarily a fact. There's a lot of people in England that viewed them as patriotic heroes.
Sorry, John. That they fund Hamas, the PIJ, the Houthis in Yemen, Hezbollah, and many other organizations. Do you believe that to be true, sir? Rico.
These things depend on whether your perspective of what a terrorist or a freedom fighter is.
So, okay. Are the Houthis in Yemen freedom fighters or terrorists?
I don't know enough about.
Hold on. Yes or no? Freedom fighters or terrorists? Are they or not? Because we're gonna get to the money shot. I already know the money shot for you. Hold on.
The money shot.
Is freedom fighters or terrorists? Rico. Rico feels.
Yeah, I don't know enough about.
Freedom fighters are terrorists. I know it's the money shot for you.
People that support Hamas would say
no. What do you think? They committed a terrorist attack on October 7th?
I think that they're on the other side of the fucking world and I just don't care about them.
Do you think they committed a terrorist? Okay, that's not.
He's buying bathing suits on Amazon for the summer, man. He's busy.
Terrorist threat, then you're a disgusting individual.
Rabboni Shalom.
What is revolutionary terrorist attack against the British government?
Hello? Have you read the Declaration of Independence, Rico? Or do you just talk all day? Do you read anything? Hello? What's in the Declaration of Independence, Rico? What does it say that the British were about to do to us? Hello?
Like we're defending the enemy or whatever, is that there are plenty of right wingers and MAGA.
Here we go again with the MAGA. There's no political party called MAGA, you fucking moron.
Or are individuals? That's all Canada does. You know what I mean? Oh shit, they're designated as terrorists. Canada will take them in. Like in IRGC sympathizers, fuck the Canada will take them in. You know, I'm just saying. So, Joe, your opinion really doesn't stand point on here. Just so you know.
Justin Trudeau abandoned his wife, abandoned his children. He's dating Katy Perry, a witch. These people are satanic. That's why they've taken in the great Satan. Kenny, stop telling me to stop. I'm trying to correct Jarl here. Jarl's got brain damage. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Heard many of other right wingers say identical things to me and Rico. We disagree on just about everything else, but we can see the truth.
I know you're not going and saying
right wingers.
Well, whatever they are now, I usually agree with. Like, is right wing agree with you?
No, Pepe is not a right winger, and neither is Sig.
You have to be. You've got to be really far on the spectrum when.
Else.
Exactly.
Let me ask, if we're defending the interests for the United States, how are we defending the enemy? What the enemy is.
It's very easy. The enemy is who our elected leaders determine our enemies to be. People here want to go back on what we voted for. Our president is a part of our history now. His library, his books, his publishings, this is all historical day to day. It will all be historized, capsulized, and put into his new tower in Miami that they're building, the Trump Library, which I'm sure a lot of people will probably try to, like, commit hate against because they are so angry in their own personal lives that they use Trump as the totem of their hate and rage to project and cast it onto him. He's the evergreen catch-all. And that's what these losers on this app don't understand. Jarl and all these people who constantly use the term, these MAGA people. There's no such thing as MAGA people. There's Americans, and there are Republicans, and there are Democrats, and there are libertarians. Libertarian is your third option on that ballot. And that's why I'm running for mayor of Chicago as a libertarian candidate.
Your efforts would be way less wasted if you fucking knocked on doors instead of wasting time on that.
Coming from a guy that works at Arby's, you're not my. I have hired a political consultant, Dr. Chihuahua.
Counts all the time and argue with us
No,
instead of like dedicating your life to bettering your city
I'm
and
going to
being of
dedicate my
service.
life. Yeah,
Is that his advice?
great job. What is your deal, Danelle? Like, why can't you just accept that he's going to be the mayor? Like, speak it into. Yeah.
Anybody can do it.
For mayor, man. Meet some old ladies, go on.
In Chicago.
You're projecting the projection, the hate of the MAGA. Liberals are stupid.
Now, don't be mad.
The truth is, if Brandon Johnson, our current mayor, can become mayor, that means anybody can become mayor. And so I'm putting my hat in the ring because the odds are in my favor. Hello?
Let's say, let's say you go to the election ballot and you have a few choices. You hear maybe so and so the community, and then you hear so this other person's it just goes online yelling at other people around the world.
And he's the right.
I was a write-in candidate for Congress because the lawyers and the judges are so corrupt. They accused me of fraud when they actually committed fraud and projected their fraud onto me and slandered me, defamed me, libeled me. But now, as a libertarian candidate, I figured out a way to get on the ballot. That's the challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Election fraud doesn't begin at the voting system. It begins with the petitions. And that's what everyone fails to understand, that your roster of candidates is completely determined at the petition cycle of the election cycle. So until anybody here understands the problem, which is vast in scope, there is so much fraud and controlled political machinery in this country by lawyers and judges. It's the same thing. If anybody here has ever had to deal with the judicial system and you had to bow your head and shut your mouth, there is no constitutional rights in this country, in my opinion. We don't have due process. We don't have transparency. We have censorship. We have control. And a lot of this goes back to, well, there's hope for you too, Rico. I have a great orgasm every night before I go to bed. You too could have a great orgasm every night before you go to bed. If you keep taking finasteride, pretty soon you'll never have a hard dick because you think your hair's falling out and you've been fed a bunch of lies from Big Pharma telling you got to keep your hair. You can still get laid and be bald. Go to the gym, fat ass.
you're pretty much, let's say you're at the election, and the election is a steak, a nice T-bone steak. One candidate offers a nice steak knife, and you know what you're bringing? You're bringing a Brits knife. Now we don't even know if this Brits knife is used. It sure may cut the steak, but does the candidate or the person voting, do they want a steak knife or a Brits knife for T-bone steak?
You've heard his head too much. You have to call a political consultant and ask him.
I say go to the Hare Krishna temple in downtown Chicago, get some blessings, hope, wish you the best.
Ribono Shalom, Hari 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 Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari. I'm in the Hari Krishna temple right now, Ribono Shalom. This is the Fun Network. Everybody here should be having fun. If you don't like my nasally voice and you think I'm annoying and you hate me because I've recorded my life for 5 years using this app, well, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Some people say, what do you call your show? I say it's called The Aristocrats. Hello?
I love you, John.
I love you too, but you should try reading a book sometime. You know, a lot of people here who talk all the time. You should just create a room called, I'm reading a book. I'd come and listen to you read a book. But I don't want to come here and listen to you talk anymore. Hello?
You can follow me. I sometimes read.
And Janelle, I don't know why you're so mad.
I'm not. I love you. We read books. We meditate. Okay. We can transcend political differences.
Okay.
It blows the average conservative mind, but there is love between many.
I heard something about talking about politics. I heard something that I heard that J.P. Morgan's the bank made a statement that April 15th will be quote unquote the last shipment of oil from the Strait of Hormuz or something. I don't know if that's true or false. That's what I heard, and it's just scary.
What up, y'all?
Sweet, you're scared. You're shaking in your undie pants because the Strait of Hormuz isn't going to be open. Are you kidding me? You know, the fact that they are blackmailing people to use a public access waterway. When did Iran own this fucking ocean? I don't understand it. If they are blackmailing ships to use a channel and they're buying the oil from them to begin with, isn't that their transportation charge? Why don't they just get it, from the first transaction? So the blackmailing is over. Trump has told them. I hope everybody knows that we've crossed the Rubicon as Americans, and we're all in it together. It's one ship. It's one house. There's no outside. There's only this thing called the inside. And we have crossed the Rubicon and pledged ourselves to regime change against these cocksuckers. This war isn't over until all their leadership is decimated and these nuclear bombs that they have been completely ripped from their grasp and all possibility of ever recreating it completely eliminated. That's the bridge we have crossed, America. Wake up. Hello? Get back on the boat. Hello?
To coo you.
I'll say.
Go on mute for a minute.
I'm guessing he's the reason why no one's talking.
Lots of people have been talking pockets.
Oh, no. You're not over here.
They can't, none of them get along.
Ooh, who else is fighting in here? I'll fight all of you. Just for fun.
Yeah, girl.
Who wants to fight? Put him up. Put him up. Jarl, you want to fight? Did you guys see the new law about the drafting that people are going to get automatically registered for draft? And starting in 2026, starting in December. You see that, Norm?
It's always been that way. The fake news just puts out fake news. It's the selective service.
Yeah, tyranny though.
So it's supposed to help with the sign up because I get to sign up as too hard, even though they're recruiters at malls and at McDonald's and shit, signing people up on a piece of paper. So it's very interesting to see why they're doing this. To automatically register people ages 18 to 26 when we're about to be in the middle of, I don't know, World War III. Very interesting. We haven't had this. We haven't had this since 1972.
We don't have to agree with me.
But we haven't had this since 1972. I'm wondering why we're getting it now.
Because it's an honor to.
But I'm wondering. It's always been an honor.
It's called a pussy pocket.
Selective service registration.
I believe. Hold on. Let me go to the law. 1 second.
It's called a pussy pocket. It's called selective service, baby.
John, I'm totally gonna go you.
You should go yourself and go take a hot bath and have some lemonade with some tea in it or some shit instead of talking to me and destroying your throat. I love you, but I don't love you that much to kill yourself by talking to me. Hello?
No, I've got bronchitis, which is turning into laryngitis.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I have drugs.
Do you smoke?
No.
Have you had bronchitis before?
I'm sorry.
Not very often.
Pockets is nothing new, baby. I'm telling you, everybody at birth, they know your social security. The selective service already takes care of all that shit. You ain't gotta worry about it, baby. Ain't no rumors of war, a World War III, baby. It's just a pussy pocket.
Is a lot.
Ain't gonna be no World War III. The Ayatollah's dead. 1,000 of his top executive dead. 100,000 other Iranians dead. They're shitting their pants.
Nobody else is talking, and he can't stand the comfortable silence. So.
Oh, I can stand it. It's just saying it's a pussy pocket. It's a pussy pocket. That's all I'm saying, baby. It's a pussy pocket.
That the automated registration for selective service does not bring back a military draft, but rather puts more people in the pool should the government decide a draft is necessary. So the update is going into effect this year, takes the burden of registering with selective service off young men and shifts it into an automated process. Federal law had long required that the male U.S. citizens and legal immigrants register with selective service system. A list has been used to be in the past to identify people eligible to be drafted into the military. The automatic registration does not, again, it does not bring back the draft, but rather puts more people in the pool should the government decide a draft is necessary. Automatic registration for every male. Yeah, so the last time the country resorted to a military draft was the Vietnam War. The current United States military is made up of only volunteers, and there's no indication the nation would return to a draft unless necessary.
Right, that's our government. That's the government that you live in, and
I know it's the government. I did not vote.
But she's speculating that this is an anticipation of World War III.
I definitely plan on leaving America.
You got a pussy pocket?
In Sicily, so thank God.
She's a Sicilian.
I've never said I hate our country. I am not allowed to like whatever their country. That's my right. The military fight for my right to fucking disagree, Katie. Shut the fuck up. We in North Korea. I'm allowed to disagree with my fucking country.
There's that pussy pocket. There's that pussy pocket.
Man, I disagree with my I disagree.
Motherfucker.
And have some decorum.
Mary,
guys.
what are you
It
talking
sounds like a fucking bin. Like, come on, guys.
Mary, who are you talking to?
As somebody who has fought for the country, I agree with Pockets. I fought for her right to have her own decisions and make her own decisions. That's
Thank you.
the American way.
It's very libertarian of you, Shipwrecked.
wasn't drafted into Vietnam.
I assume you vote Libertarian, Shipwrecked? I'm just asking a question.
No one said he was drafted. Can you not talk about your grandfather?
You're just a horrible person.
I'm a horrible. Why am I horrible? What did I say about America that was so bad?
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Dual citizenship, of course, because I have another culture, girl. I'm a 39 brain.
That's fine.
I can have dual citizenship, but my grandmother is an immigrant.
Happy trails to you.
See, honestly, you have an issue, because guess what? I'm doing it the right way, the legal way. So shut the fuck up and deal with your shit. Deal with your problems, not mine. Deal with your issues. Because I did it the right way. I did it the legal way. I did it the paperwork way.
My pockets.
Yeah, so goodbye. Thanks.
We do divert there, though. I don't think you should hold dual citizenships. I think.
Oh, no, it's just.
American.
But Americans do that right.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so do we agree with that country?
Yeah.
Right, but do we agree with that country or not? Okay, cool. Right, so.
I didn't say my personal opinion of the matter.
Yeah, I love my country so much, I'm going to utilize the offers.
Absolutely.
Yes, 100%. And if I want to go live in Sicily and I want to have a business there and I want to, spend time with my family there, I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do that. And the U.S. has no problem with me doing it either. So if you love your country so much, you should love what it supports. You should love what it offers, which is the fact that I can have dual citizenship.
Sicily, keep your ass over there.
And then you keep your ass in the gutter over here. That's fine. My grandfather fought in World War II. What are you going to say now?
10 times more of a man than you are.
I'm a woman. Thank God. Thank God.
Hey, Nick.
Also, I'm a nurse. So what the fuck else? What do you do? Yeah, she really did, bro.
I did, because you're saying things out of your ass.
No, people agree with that.
They don't even fucking pertain to you. And
you're talking about my life.
And then waving your little dual citizenship flag.
Because you told me to leave. This is all from your response to me. Maybe don't say shit that is out of your ass.
What are you talking about?
You said, Kitty, you told me to leave. You said leave, stupid.
Yeah.
You said leave. And I said I got dual citizenship. I am leaving. So what's the now? That's what y'all tell people. You're a North Korean type of mindset. You tell people who disagree with your country to leave. You tell people who disagree with your country to leave.
Yeah.
You tell people who disagree with the country to leave. And that is your right.
Enjoy.
I didn't even vote for Trump. Fuck Trump.
I know, but what I'm saying is how much longer until the Trump poll is chanting live 10,000 years?
Exactly. How much until we're licking his fucking picture in our home, making sure there's no dust? Like, man, support your soldiers. Stop supporting this fucking dude. Support your soldiers. Support your people fighting for this war, fighting in this war, dying in this war. Support them. Like, what's going on?
See, when Rico says that there are Trump cultists, he's a retard, because look at Joe Biden. Were there Joe Biden cultists? Were there Barack Hussein Obama cultists? It's called the election. It's called the presidency. It's called the branch of government. What Rico is saying is retarded.
I mean, I think it more means like the cult of MAGA is like this new idea of like, a president can do no wrong. And I know that some of you like on this room were like, no, I can say he does wrong. But there's a lot of people in MAGA who will say that everything that he does, there's this bigger and broader plan that we don't know about. And that's why he acts the way he does. And, I don't agree with that. I think that, like, when he says things, he means it, and he'll backtrack when he gets caught in lies, and we just have to hold him accountable.
We can't hold him accountable. He doesn't care. Yeah, so exactly. Actually, I agree with you on that. Every politician lies. Every single politician lies. I don't care who you put up on the block. Every politician lies. Every Democrat, every liberal, every fucking conservative. Yeah, and I don't even think Trump doesn't have control. He's only been in office for 2 terms. The problem is the House. Our problem is the Senate. Our problem is Congress. Yeah.
You love your parents,
Well, yeah, my mom passed away, but yeah, I love my father.
Okay. Did they ever tell you a lie?
100%. Yeah, they told me I could be whatever I want to be. That's all.
You kept supporting them because you were a great child, huh?
No, because they created me. They're my creators. They're my parents. It's a huge difference in my fucking.
But they gave you a home and they fed you and they gave you respect and freedom.
Yes, without having to pay taxes or anything. Yes, they gave me that out of the kindness of their heart.
Well, you still had to pay taxes. You had to do.
I didn't pay them. Yeah.
Well, you did. You had to do dishes.
No, honestly, they didn't kick me out of the house if I didn't do dishes. That's the difference.
No, but it's semantics. Can you see how other people could be upset when they hear people? Hold on.
Your thing is
Hold on. Can you see how other Americans can be upset when they hear Americans saying "fuck Donald Trump"?
No.
Fuck America.
No, because people were saying fuck Obama and no one had it then.
But why do you guys always do that? Everybody that I notice that's against the American government always does comparison.
Listen. Well, you're just going to compare it with the president and my parents. We're doing the same shit, Steve. Come on, be honest.
I'm trying to draw with a crayon, so.
And I'm trying to draw it as well. The analogy, the comparison. Don't do that with me, and then say I got a problem doing it with you. Don't do that, bro. This is where I don't get. If we're gonna be fair across the board, let's be fair across the board. You're gonna compare. Well, if you support your parents, you should be supporting the president. No, I don't have to support my president. I don't have to support my government. That's what's beautiful about this country. I have a right to protest my government. I have a right to bear arms. I have a right. Hold on. I have the right to bear arms against my government as well. I have a right to bear arms against my government.
little bread.
I have a right to bear arms against my government if I need to. The right? What? Hearing? That's not our Second Amendment?
Yeah. What's that talking about? We have the right to form a militia. We have the right to form a militia.
Against the government.
Well, good luck with forming a militia.
That's not my point. You're doing a straw man. That's not my point. My point is we have that right. That's my right.
Okay.
I have that right. The government gave me that right.
No, God gave me that right.
I do believe in democracy.
Voting system.
I believe in voting our people out, yes.
So then, I guess you didn't vote for Trump, so.
I did not vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Biden either.
So then you have to accept the outcome.
I already did. I never thought.
I'll tell you what, I'm
me being here, is accepting the outcome. I'm not changing nothing. I'm not storming the Capitol. I'm not fucking breaking shit or breaking laws or starting problems. I'm not doing shit. I'm going to work and paying my.
Not yet.
what, I'm excited.
I am allowed to say I do not like Trump.
But you are shitting on him is not
I'm allowed to do that. That's my right. Free speech. I'm allowed to do it, baby. This is our country. And it's a beautiful thing about our country. Shipwreck released at the bottom. He fought for our right to do that. He really died for our right to do that. So for me to even be like, oh, I can't, no. We got soldiers out there right now dying for our right to fucking do that. Of course. Why not?
Because you're a disgrace. Please mute up unless you have something intelligent to say. I love this country, baby. I love our country. What I don't like is our politics. I don't like how our politics have become. I don't like how they are literally making millions, putting it in their pockets while people suffer on the streets. I'm from Kensington, Philly. I watched the Democratic Party destroy my city. I watch the mayor still to this day destroy my city. There's no retribution. There's no building. There's no fixing my city. And yes, it's Democratic run. Fuck that city, bro. Pennsylvania, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, no, you're good. Yeah, it's honestly, I think
that's what they're doing in Chicago.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah,
I've seen the gutter. I've seen the true gutter. I've seen the true ghetto. I'm not privileged when it comes to that. I was walking over dead bodies going to school. I was watching people with children, bro, walking around with needles in their fucking arms, bro, and no one was doing shit about it. Like I watched cities be destroyed, and then I went to California and watched how that shit was run. You know, to me, I have a real problem with politics. I really do. When it comes to Trump, he's a businessman. So I don't really see him too much as a politician. I see him as liking one color green, which I can respect. He is consistent with money. I will give him that. But when it comes to politics, when it comes to setting a precedent, if we get a crazy Democratic president after him, guess what president he set for what they are able to do? Because he is setting a standard of what presidents can now do. And we won't be lucky next time someone else gets elected because it may be some fucking tyrannical Democrat liberal that's going to do what he did and say, oh, well, Trump did it, so can I. And guess what? They will be able to. That's what I'm scared for. That's what I'm worried about, is that he's setting things that he may be able to do, and he may be doing it for the right reasons. He may be doing it to make us some money and make sure our economy is good, and our economy is booming. I'm not gonna lie, our economy is doing a lot better than it was. We have a tyrant. When we literally have a tyrant in office next term, we're gonna be saying sorry, and we're gonna be thinking to the fucking city, yo, you gotta calm down a little bit, because this is not gonna help us in 10 years. He's dead and gone. So it's just that's what I worry about of what he's doing right now. Getting him to do it, you know.
Okay, that makes sense.
Pockets. A lot of the people in this room are not going to be in the U.S. when that happens. Like, they don't really care about the U.S.
No, a lot of people do though. A lot of people do. I mean, well, yeah, you're right. Maybe it's a small portion. I got my dual citizenship. My bad.
Who are the people that would apply for? Who would that apply to? I know Jarl's Canadian. I don't think BB's an American citizen either. I don't know BB. I'm not
If
trying
you know, you know.
He's not an American citizen.
But I mean, who else? Who else? Like, I don't know who you're talking about, Rico.
Wait, hold on. BB's not an American.
Always about the access, but I'm British. This alone. Yeah, I'm sick too.
Big one. Since grilling like a question mark. The word feels like a spark. To the sun, little fantasy. Sip tea and watch my thoughts drifting like clouds refusing. Find on a crack in your rug. To all my scars like strange calligraphy, spelling out your free. Street inside the space between two heartbeats. Somebody good.
eyes wide open in the silence. Oh yeah, colors blooming in the night. Every breath a little sermon. Every down turning into sight. On a cool tide, innocent, running like a question mark. Every word feels like a spark. Watch my thoughts thicken like clouds refusing to go. Like mirrors, still I found see. All my scars like strange calligraphy, spilling out your feet. Somebody big no.
Colors moving in the night. Every purple little song. Shine. Silver dust on the edge of a thought. I taste stars on the tip of my tongue. Ancient in the iris of night. Slowly turn as I breathe. Come undone. The dark of my mind. Colors pour through. Like a halo that shines. Every shadow adorns me. I fall broken over. So paper skin full of galaxies small. Free scar like a map in your hand. Stay soon. How can sing. Face from a land. Dark time. Still my is broken open. So
Silver dust on the edge of a thought. I taste stars on the tip of my tongue. Ancient doors in the iris of night slowly turn as I breathe. Come undone. Light on the dark of my mind, all the colors pour through me. Every shadow adores me. Let the universe rise. Her skin full of galaxies. Every sky how the flowers can sing when you pour all the noise from the The answering cry, fight is love in your eyes. Will I be gone or become all this space? Silver dust on your eyelids, you breathe in, see, stained glass in the black sky tilts and turns over me. Silver dust on your eyelids, you breathe in galaxy. Stained glass in the black sky tilts and turns over me. Go, make your own bridge, dust on your lips, burst in your eyes, carry a bucket down to the river lives inside your spine. Oh, From the covers. It is hollow. That's why it's saying. Not misleading. So it blurs for the brain. That's it. Like that blue. Emptied and open. Every loss. From the cup of the sky. Search wrestle with that sadness. One you see. From the cup of the sky. From the cup of the sky. Door, lay your own.
The mailbox is full, and there is not a Oh, I can forward it. Great.
Well, brother,
Hey, how's it going?
how's everything?
Things are good.
Hmm?
You know, the last chapter says, in a word, be a saint.
Huh?
The last chapter says, in a word, be a saint. That's the good news. Be good.
Well, how's everything else?
Mm. You know, you got to check all the calls coming in and out of the house, and whoever sets up that meeting with Farzini, he's the traitor.
Well, how's everything else? You know how to work Chat GDP?
Huh?
You know how to work Chat GPT or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
I need to do something.
I don't use ChatGPT. I use Grok, but now they charge for it, and so I'm not really using. They ended Sora. Sora was, you know, the big thing. I wish they didn't end it. I'd keep creating more videos.
And what about the other one? Is free still, Chat?
Grok has one called Imagine, and you can do pictures to videos, but it, but Sora created videos that are just incredible. Yeah. Use Grok. Just use Grok, and then you have an X account, right?
AI or what?
Yeah, it's AI.
But, I mean, if I want to do something on there, it will type stuff out.
Yeah, you can ask it to draft you documents.
Huh?
Yeah, you can just say, write me a press release on lowering the cost of car ownership in Chicago, and put that press release out. Boom. New content. Talk about the permits, talk about the stickers, talk about the city sticker tax, talk about the bullshit amnesty program, talk about ending all debt associated with your vehicle. You know, there's a lot of headlines you could put out because your budget's over 100 million a year. That's why your position is so important. You're in charge of a huge tax revenue. Hold on, we got our campaign manager here. Hey,
We making exciting some flower night. Well, we should never talk. Because especially think about our ancestors, what your Y chromosome like there, John, is pale. What? What the hell are you talking about, Max? Are you not aware of shaving the last night of Passover? I'm almost disappointed that you didn't even know that. What? Yes, up to the ninth. What? Or the ninth, right? The last day? Who the fuck am I talking to? I'm talking to John. Walter. Oh, how the fuck is this John? Am I on the phone with both of you?
Rubono Shalom. I merged the calls. I merged the calls.
Oh shit, it was the last day of Passover, John.
Rubono Shalom. I'm preparing for it right now.
The flower this week. Why were you calling for Max Solomon? What was that? Well, oh, me? Oh, who, you? Man, I'm fucking around. Okay, clearly. Clearly. Yeah. You guys do the little top still, or no?
And did you believe in God?
Huh?
Oh, yes. Do you now?
Who? Oh, yeah, the top. What are you talking about? It's like a toy game. Oh, the trade over? Yeah, the pet over. Did you believe in God? Like, we see anywhere?
No, no.
John, are you on the phone? Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm on the phone, but I'm not going to Lakeview. My office is always live streamed. You know, it's an innovation, technology innovation.
He's always been running like whoever. What did you do? No, I'm taller to people on her back. What? What kind of food you making? Pancakes or what else?
Just anything with yeast in it.
Belgian waffles.
Great. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm trying to tell God is that because our ancestors went through so much more, we shouldn't actually like in this entire week I've not thought about how much I regret not having yeast. But afterwards we will be allowed to eat that kind of thing, and it is what it is. Honestly, I've never had. What kind of food you gonna eat tonight? You know what the fuck yeast is, dude? Lamb? Are you guys eat lamb tonight? Or it doesn't matter. Just the only thing that we've not been able to eat is yeast. And you can add bread to, but like, what the fuck? Like, I've not had pizza or hamburgers. The hot dog had a fucking bread on it. What the fuck are we talking about? So, no pizza, no nothing. Yeah, well, matzo pizza, which is great. No pasta, right? No. But you can have matzo pizza, or you can have like the pasta that doesn't have yeast in it. Oh, yeah. Like the bonza, but like the matzo pizza is really good, and I put barbecue sauce on it. Really good. Yeah. What's matzo? Yeah, matzo ball.
Well, Rabboni Shalom.
It's basically a large cracker, and then I put Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and then you put cheddar cheese, some mozzarella.
Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce ain't no kosher barbecue sauce. You gotta get yourself some kosher barbecue sauce.
White sauce. Almost. John, can you fucking believe this guy?
Walter loves food.
White sauce.
Walter loves a good dinner. Who doesn't love a good dinner?
Represent like 40,000 people. 54,000.
54,000 people.
No, it's making fun of you. So, how's your dad doing? Amazing. So I've been seeing them, talking to him afterwards. Because honestly, the wrong person won on the Democrat side. Is that his pathway to victory was like Junaid winning, and like Melissa Bean, I think is unbeatable. Yeah. And so he's gonna save a bunch of money and time, and he's gonna have to spend less time with people like the Illinois GOP. John, Walt definitely is not gonna. He's definitely going to Moretti's. So you're not gonna pass up the free food. Definitely going.
Yeah, Walt.
Really? I was gonna bet money that you go there and then vote for the fucking worst candidate. Who is running? Anyway, it's a Jack Carr and Stay Proud and Julie Show. They all suck. Like the only thing they can do is to not to vote. With you. When? I thought she was with you. When? Who said that? When? Never. And 0 points. She's always plagiarized me before. She's stolen my shit and copy and pasted it and put it in emails and stuff and like has pretended. But at every point, I've always thought she was a scammer. The second I thought she was scamming on the yard signs, and I've been very vocal about it in group text with you. Yeah. And you're all just like, white sauce on it.
Personally, I like the garlic sauce.
4,000 people, no disrespect. Yeah. No, but John, any plans?
I like garlic white sauce. I prefer garlic white sauce and the spicy red sauce.
Oh, what? Lie. What? When you getting high? I'm just trying to fit in.
Trying to get to the gym.
Trying to fit in. We're building a GOP. So yeah, if I want to fit in, I've never done crack or heroin in my life, but if I wanted to fit in, that'd be the place to start.
Well,
crack, heroin.
I commented on Walter. Max. Hello? I commented on Aaron Delmar's Instagram post. I said, "You were the tollway authority for so many years." I said, "How did you let all this happen?" And his response was, "That's fake news."
Oh, no, it's perception is reality. I've been telling people. He co-chair was never an actual position. It's not any bylaw. It's not a real thing. He made himself co-chair because of perception, and then he resigned twice out of perception. We have to give him credit. He understands that perception's reality. As I'm the self-proclaimed treasurer, you're a mayor candidate. For real.
You know what's amazing is there should be like hundreds of mayoral candidates. There should be hundreds of gubernatorial candidates. If the people only understood. I don't know. Yeah, this is the way people should actually be using social media, is just to try to control politics at scale, because it's all projection. But he's got no reach. He's got no audience. It's pathetic.
No. He understands how ridiculous it is that he could just say he's not. He really just said he's not fake news. It's not like, are you pro Trump or anti Trump? You're the highway commissioner. It's on the website. You get paid there's a paycheck that says $20,000.
Well, what's amazing is, he had Darren Bailey had 30 million the last time he ran, right? And I was looking at that other. Well, I was. I don't know.
You said it. I don't say.
That's the number I've heard.
He said he had 30 million. There was 30 million. Who had it?
I don't know. The Illinois GOP?
No. Can't coordinate with the candidate.
Oh, I see.
By the rules, Pat, and Dick Elon had $30 million to support their baby, but he couldn't touch the money. And there was a whole lawsuit about was there coordination between the two.
Oh, I see. Damn.
Fucking Bailey had like 40 grand or whatever. Or 100, whatever. He had some money.
I was looking. I was looking at Jesse Sullivan's Instagram account from when he ran for governor. Listen, if that guy can't win, Darren Bailey ain't fucking winning with Aaron Delmar as his running mate. You know what I'm saying? Not a chance.
Jesse Sullivan's is that basically Jesse Sullivan, when he started off, he was totally bought out by the consultant class, was a robot, was fake, was annoying, untrustworthy, sketchy, had a lot of questionable ties. But then over time, you saw that he was a real G teamer and he was about that life. And he didn't really calm himself until like the last 3-4 weeks of the election. And then after the election, I am so impressed by him. He's about that life. He was telling me to find Christ. He's like, fuck politics. It's like, let me tell you about Jesus. I respect that because I was trying to get him to run for chair. He's like someone that actually is a true religious person that's successful and happy and has a nice family. And he thought like, oh, I'll hire consultants and whatever. I'll hire service. And like it didn't work.
Yeah.
Running mate. She was like the perfect running mate, Kathleen Murphy.
So wait, are you gonna go to Moretti's? Because that would be a really great filming event.
All that we can live stream.
Are they? They're not gonna let us into the proceeding, right? It's gonna be the same closed door. No, I know, but then they're